People often ask me, Mr. Dog Trainer, what should my exact schedule be? Mr. Dog Trainer, when exactly should I give my dog food? Mr. Dog Trainer, when exactly should I take my dog out? And Mr. Dog Trainer, how are you so handsome and wise? Well, today I've got an answer for you. Today we are talking about the puppy diamond training schedule. You know what they say? Diamonds are a puppy's best friend. And this training schedule is definitely going to be your best friend. Today we are talking about the diamond training schedule and how it is going to help a lot of your puppy problems. But why is it called a diamond training schedule and what does it do? The puppy diamond training schedule consists of 5 points that you do over and over and over again, and it helps manage your dog. And why is it called a diamond? Well, because it sounds cool. I mean, I don't know anything cooler than a diamond that has 5 points. So, a diamond it is. And also, what is it good for? Absolutely everything. This training schedule helps you in many different areas related to your puppy. It helps you with potty training, biting training, walking, crate training, and it's especially helpful for new dog owners who don't know what to do. Make sense? Good. Then let's start with point number 1. And the first thing on the schedule is to have a nice, big, calm walk outside. And even though this sounds simple, many people, us included, have this kind of thought that when you get a new dog, a new puppy, that the main thing that you need to do is to spend your time inside, cuddling the dog, playing with the dog. But actually, when you get a new dog, be prepared to spend a lot of time outside, just walking hand in hand. The second thing which a lot of people get wrong is that they take their puppy out for only 5 minutes. They have a really quick walk and then they don't understand. Why is my puppy not peeing outside? But in reality, dogs, especially new puppies, get really excited when you take them outside. So they need a lot of time to calm down. Once they calm down, they relax and then they can go and pee and poo. So definitely plan for at least 30 minutes. Don't be lazy. 30 minutes might sound like a lot, but 15 minutes one way, 15 minutes back, and then the chances of your dog going pee and poo are going to be much, much greater. And the third common mistake which I see many dog owners do again and again is that they hear 30 minutes. They hear calm walk. And they put them together and they think, oh, I'm just going to let my dog into the garden. Or I'm going to take the flexi leash and pretty much let my dog do whatever he wants for 30 minutes. But what it actually is 30 minutes of walking. 30 minutes of being hand in hand with your dog. It requires an actual walk. If you want to give your dog more freedom, maybe check out our hands-free leash. Your dog still has a lot of freedom, but you actually still keep your dog around and in a controlled manner. The fourth thing which people kind of do wrong is that they go overboard. They try and do way too much. When you go outside, especially with your puppy, don't worry about meeting other dogs. Your dog doesn't have to meet everyone. Your dog doesn't have to chase every bird. Actually, try and make the walk actually quite boring. Because what we want to encourage is calmness, relaxation. Don't worry about socialization. We're going to do that later. When we focus in on new dogs, new puppies, we want to make sure that our dogs are relaxed. And the fifth and final thing which you want to put more emphasis on is that the end of your walk will be calm. And that might mean that before you go inside, you will take 5 minutes to let your dog fully calm down. If you do want your dog to play with other dogs or play with you, maybe plan your walk so that you can have your fun in the middle of the walk and then you start walking home and really start putting more emphasis on relaxing, doing nothing. Because if they're still tense and then you walk through the door, chances are, after you close the door, you're gonna find a puddle on your carpet. Activity number 2 in our schedule is called a controlled fun time. Most people do this mistake that when they come back from a walk, they immediately just let their dog off leash, and then some trouble happens. But we don't want to do that, especially if your dog has not done all of its potty business yet. We want to keep our dog near us, maybe on a leash. And you would expect that after you have this longer walk that your puppy might be tired. But what you find out is that after a walk, most young dogs actually feel very energetic, very playful, very free, very light. So let's work with them, not against them. Let's grab a toy and let's start playing. This is where biting training comes in. Grab a good toy and start playing. Play for at least 10 minutes, if not 15, maybe 20, depends on your dog. Young dogs, ages from 4 to 6 months, want to change their teeth. And to help that, we really want to make them bite good toys. This is what biting training is all about. We really want to give our puppy the chance to bite something and have a lot of fun in the process. If you don't do this, they're going to find something else to bite. So definitely go hard with putting your energy into playtime. And another thing which you can do during this controlled fun time is to actually train with your dog. Because we haven't given our dog food yet, and because we've spent a lot of time walking and playing, our dog might be a little bit hungry and therefore might be a little bit more motivated to do things for food. So grab some snacks and try and continue the game, but now try and do some tricks. Try and do some simple tricks and try to keep the mood light so that your puppy still feels like, oh, it's a game, but now I'm actually going to get something yummy for it. So if you are looking for that one time of when to train with your dog, I would say that this time is one of the best times, right before food time. And speaking about food, activity number 3 is giving your dog food. Now, if it is your dog's mealtime, give your dog food. But if it isn't, you can skip this step. Right now is the perfect time to give your dog a mealtime, because before this, we have walked and we have played. We have moved around a lot, and after this, we are looking for our dog to not move around as much. Because if they jump with a belly full of food, it can be quite dangerous. And speaking about meal times, a common mistake which I see a lot of new dog owners do is that they put their dog bowl full of food and they leave it out for the entire day. But this is bad for 2 reasons. A, because of, again, if their belly is full and they move, it can be life-threatening. And B, because often and not when you do this, you actually reduce your dog's appetite. But now that we've walked, now that we've played, our dog actually is a little bit more hungry, so their appetite is also better. And now that our dog is actually willing to eat, now is the time to give food. And the final mistake which I don't want you to do is that I don't want you to just drop it. We actually have a whole topic around food and how to give it. And there are many tiny things to take into consideration. At the end of the day, you want to be able to put the bowl down nicely. You want your dog to wait. And then once everybody is nice and ready, then your dog can eat in a nice, happy manner. Dana, good. Take it. And activity number 4 is a short potty break. A short potty break is crucial when you are doing potty training, because after your dog has played, the likelihood that they want to pee is much higher, because now they can fully relax. And with food, they have a saying, with young puppies, when something goes in, something has to come out. So if you have a really young puppy, after you give your dog some food, the likelihood that they want to poo is also much higher. That is why you want to come out for a couple of minutes. But remember, this is not a walk. And also, this is not letting your dog just be free in your garden. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just wait on a patch of grass outside of your home. Try and encourage your dog to pee and poo, and pretty much just wait a couple of minutes. Easy as that. And now that we have walked with our dog, we have given our dog food, we have played with our dog, we have had a potty break, there is nothing else for us to do other than to rest. That is why the fifth activity in our schedule is resting time. Your dog just has to sleep for a couple of hours. Nothing more, nothing less. When it comes to potty training, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Tip number one is that while we normally say that it doesn't matter what type of thing you use for your dog's place, with potty training it will really help if you use a crate, because then you can ensure that your puppy doesn't just run off into another room and cause mischief there. Tip number two is that while we normally say bigger is better when it comes to dog beds, while you are potty training, you might want to make the crate a little bit smaller so that it's big enough, just like your own bed, to sleep in, but it's small enough so that your dog doesn't have the chance to get up, walk to the other side of the room, pee there, walk back, continue sleeping. Maybe get something like a crate separator, which will make the bed a little bit smaller so that it's, I would say, your dog size plus 20%. Because if the crate is really big, there's practically no point in the crate. It's going to be just like a living room where your dog can choose where to pee and poo. It should be your dog's bed. And even though we made the crate smaller, remember that this is not a prison. This is a luxury hotel room. So definitely try to make it as comfy as possible. We want to make sure that it's really comfortable to sleep in, but uncomfortable to potty in. And once you close the crate door, the likelihood that your dog is going to start whining is astronomical. But remember, you have done everything. So even though as a dog lover it might be really hard, as a dog parent you have to ignore the whining. Because if you give in, that will only teach them that their whining gets them more attention. Right now is resting time, and a little bit later we're going to take them out of the crate and we're going to give them a lot of things again. So remember, try and survive the whining. And once your dog sleeps for a couple of hours, then you start again from activity number one. You have a nice calm walk and you do your schedule again. And again, and again, and again. And you might be thinking, oh my God, this will never end. But remember, it always gets harder before it gets easier.
That's what she said.
And it will get a lot easier. For example, when your dog grows up and it starts doing all of its business while you walk, then you don't have to do activity number 4, which is the potty break. If your dog starts growing up and it doesn't want to play as much, you don't have to do activity number 2 as much. Basically, with our grown-up dog, our casual daily schedule just composes of 4 walks and 2 meal times with some exercise thrown in the middle. That's it. But until then, every time that we get a puppy, we always follow the puppy diamond schedule. So try to be consistent, try and follow it according to your dog, and your life will be a lot better. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.